Okay, so this is the revised version of my 2,500 point Ard Boyz list. You'll probably notice that a great deal of things have changed. Mostly this is due to the fact that I am no longer getting the Battle Force and Blackreach. I am instead getting a bunch of stuff that Steve, who you may know from the battle reports, um, recently came upon quite a few new box sets of stuff that he's trading me. So I am instead getting a Ravenwing Battle Force, which is an amazing box set. Honestly, it's probably my favorite box set that Games Workshop makes at all, ever. Anything. So you guys will get to see that when I get it. I'm also getting an Assault Squad box set, a Tactical Squad box set, a Dreadnought, and some bits to make a Rhino into a Razorback and to make a Rhino into a Predator, and a Devastator with a Heavy Bolter. So I'm getting those instead of the Battle Force and Blackreach. So my list has to change a little bit to adapt to it. Honestly, though, I like this list better. So I took into account a lot of the advice you guys gave, which has been very helpful, by the way. So thanks for that. And sorry if I'm brief on any of this. I've already done this video once, and for whatever reason, the sound completely just didn't work. So I'm refilming this. So to start off my list, I've got my 2 tactical Marine squads, 10 Marines in each squad, a multi-melta, a melta-gun, a power fist, melta-bombs, and a Rhino. So those are my 2 troops, my 2 tactical squads. I don't have as many tactical Marines with this new setup. I have Assault Terminators. 6 of them instead of 10. 3 with Storm Shields, Thunder Hammers. I have an Ironclad Dreadnought with a Heavy Flamer. I have an Assault Squad with 10 Marines, 2 Flamers, and a Lightning Claw. Thank you for reminding me to take off the Storm Shield, which made no sense in the squad. I've got 3 Land Speeders now, with 3 Heavy Flamers and 3 Multi-Meltas. So I've added a Land Speeder, gave them more variety of weapons. I've got a Space Marine Bike Squad with 7 bikes, a Power Weapon, Melta-Bombs, 2 Melta-Guns, and Attack Bike with a Multi-Melta. I've got 2 squads like that, so 14 total bikes and 2 attack bikes. And I've got a Space Marine Captain with a Relic Blade, Artificer Armor, Melta-Bombs, and a Space Marine Bike. Again, thank you for the advice. I hadn't looked at a Relic Blade before. After you guys recommended taking one, I looked it up in the Codex, and why on earth was I not using a Relic Blade? I don't know. And why on earth did they not have Artificer Armor? The second captain, Relic Blade, Artificer Armor, Melta-Bombs, Command Squad with 4 Power Swords, 4 Storm Shields, a Razorback, and extra armor. So, I'm going to go through briefly all the squads. You may have noticed my list is kind of like an inquisitorial list. It's pretty much all bolters, flamers, and meltas. That's really all you need. I just love those weapons. So, 2 tactical squads and rhinos. I've still got a few points to throw around. What I'm thinking of doing, because right now, as it stands, I'm at 2475, so I still have 25 points left. I'm thinking I may want to drop one of the Assault Terminators. That would give me another 40 points. I'm also thinking of dropping the 4 Storm Shields in the Command Squad. That would give me another 60 points. If I did those 2 things, I'd have 125 points left over. I just don't know what I would do with them yet. So if you have any ideas for what to do with 125 points, feel free to let me know. One of the main things that I think I might need to add is extra armor to the 2 rhinos carrying the tactical squads. If you've noticed, my army has gone from a half-assed, like a gunline army and a half-assed mobile assault army. And it was that, and now it's pretty much entirely all in-your-face assault army. All of my troops are either in rhinos, possibly with extra armor now, or are the 2 bike squads. The 2 bike squads are my other 2 troop choices. So I'll have 4 troop choices. All of them are very mobile. I'll have the Ironclad Dreadnought is a big thing that I changed. It's harder to kill now. It's the armor 13 instead of 12. And it has a melt-a-gun, a heavy flamer, dreadnought close combat weapon, and the huge seismic hammer, or whatever it's called. So it's great at hitting vehicles in combat, has more attacks in combat, it's harder to kill, and the melt-a-gun is a shorter range, which for me is actually a really good thing, because this is going to basically force me to try to get it closer. Instead of hanging out in the back, I'm going to have to move it forward and run it the first 2 or 3 turns at least. So I think some of my list choices are really just to force me to play a more aggressive way. The assault squad is really my main anti-infantry assaulting unit. It's got the flamers in that. Of course, they can deal with anything, though. They've got a lightning claw in the squad. The 3 land speeders I'm really happy with, because I've dropped I had 2 land speeders each with 2 multi-meltas. That's a great anti-vehicle squad, but if I come up against hordes, it's going to be pretty worthless for most of the game. Also, with the multi-meltas, it again encourages me to stay back instead of moving forward. So I've given them the heavy flamers and multi-meltas this way. Until I get really close to the enemy, there's no reason for me to not move 12 inches. If I move 12 inches, I can still shoot the one weapon that would be in range. If I had 2 multi-meltas, I could shoot them both if I only move 6, so that's probably what I would end up doing. This way, it forces me to move, I'm more likely to move that 12 inches, get close to the enemy, and get to the point where I can use 3 heavy flamers on them. So, I think this is a much more aggressive, much more effective squad now. And then I have the 2 Space Marine bike squads, which are all anti-vehicle. They could, of course, sweep through hordes like none other, especially with the Space Marine captain in one of them. But they have an absurd amount of anti-vehicle in that squad. I've got essentially 2 melta-guns, a multi-melta, and melta-bombs. Not to mention the fact that they have, their twin-link bolters and their crack grenades and everything. Space Marine captain on a bike is just a beast. He gets somewhere around, I think, 4, maybe 5 attacks on the charge with a strength 6 power weapon. I considered giving him digital weapons to reroll one of the 2 wounds, and giving him auxiliary grenade launcher. That way, while he's still moving forward, I can pop off rounds with the bolters, and I can shoot the grenade. And one of the things I was really interested about is giving him the Hellfire rounds, which makes it all of his bolter shots a wounding on a 2+ shot. And I was just wondering if any of you know, if I take the Hellfire rounds, but I replace his bolter with the Relic Blade, if the Hellfire rounds will work for the bolter, the twin-link bolter on his bike. I didn't know, so I left him off for right now. I just figured that'd be really useful if I'm using that squad to like hunt Carnifex or something like that. Space Marine Captain and his command squad are beasts. If you don't know what the command squad is, I didn't really know until today when I looked it up, per the advice of you guys. He's got the Relic Blade, so the strength 6 power weapon attacks. He's got his Artificer armor as 2+ save. He's got, they both have Iron Halos of 4+ invulnerable. And his command squad is basically 4 veterans and an apothecary. The apothecary basically gives feel no pain to the whole squad, which is holy crap. I've also given each of the 4 veterans a power weapon and a storm shield, so they have strength 4 power weapons, 3 attacks on the charge each, and a 3+ invulnerable save. I kind of think the storm shield might be overdoing it. It's a lot of points, so I'm thinking of taking them off. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. So that's my list right now. Everything's very mobile. Everything's in your face. I unfortunately don't have a drop pod at all available to use for my Ironclad Dreadnought. So as it stands, he's going to have to be running across the field. But I'm hoping things like my bikes and my land speeders boosting forward on the first turn will pretty much keep that as their last target, probably, till it gets into close combat and wreaks some havoc. So that's pretty much my new list. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in another video. Or maybe in person. I don't know if I'll ever see you guys in person.